We are headed south on Highway B. We're a few miles east of Springfield, just outside of the town of Mansfield, actually, so about 30 minutes east of Springfield, about a mile off the 4-lane, mile and a half, and we're going to cross these train tracks, and then we'll take a right onto the private easement road, which leads to the property. Okay, so we cross the tracks, and then right away we're going to take a right, well, after about 100 feet. You can see a sign that says Sigma 3 Survival School. You can actually look them up online. I'm not sure if they're still operating back there, but at the very end of this dead-end road, they had a little school where you could sign up for classes, like weekend classes to learn survival and how to, I don't know, how to build a shelter and all that stuff. But it was pretty cool. Okay, so I'm using the MapRight app. I'm going to take a look at this really quickly just to show everybody how this works. There it is right there. Here's Highway 60. And the red outline is the property. The blue dot is us. And that's what makes MapRight so cool, is not only do you have the interactive map, the same one that you'll see in the listing, but since we have it open on our device here, it's using GPS to tell where we are. So in this case, I mean, you may not need it because it's not a very tricky property to find, but when you get to the property and you want to walk the boundaries and all that stuff, it's really pretty cool. So it's always useful for getting to the property and also for exploring the property itself. I'm going to set my trip meter, and if I remember to check it, we'll be able to tell how far it is to the property. It's really not very far on this road. So this is a private road for property owners only. So you've got some extra privacy and security or whatnot with that. This is a really nice property. This is basically 6 acres. It's 5.99 acres. It's fully surveyed. It is part of a project that we did out here several years ago, and it's off lease, or we just recently got it where it's available. So I haven't been out this way for quite a while, but I do recall seeing this property. Not only does it have a ton of road frontage, it's got a ton of really nice timber, and it's close to electric and phone and all that good stuff. Okay, so we'll come to the top of the hill. Basically, you just follow the gravel road. You'll see a couple driveways. Small pole barn to the right, and to the left you'll see a pretty cool house. It was built there, I guess, in the 80s by a wealthy doctor to take advantage of that view, because we're actually high up on a ridge here. Oh, we're getting really close to the property. Okay, so this is where MapRight comes in really handy, because you can see the little dot, and that's tracking us. It uses, like I said, the GPS on your phone, and it's telling us that we're just about to the property. Okay, there we go. So we're at about the southeast corner, and there we go. That's the property on the right. We'll pull up a little further, and then we'll take an actual look at this. I mean, you'll see right away this has some big timber. It just clouded over on us, unfortunately. So everything you see on the right is going to be the property. It's got over 400 feet of frontage on this road here, which is super nice. More or less level by the road, and as you go back, it starts to slope down. I know in the fall, in the winter, when the leaves are off the trees, you've got an excellent view to the north there. Beautiful. The property actually slopes back up again as you continue to the north. It's got kind of a valley going through the middle, which is pretty cool. Okay, small open area here, and then MapRight is saying we're just about at the southwest corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up to about the middle of the road frontage, and we'll park and take a look at this. Unfortunately, it did just get cloudy on us. That's okay. We'll still take a look at the property. We'll get a drone video so you can see it from the air. I think you're going to love the timber. You're going to love the views on this one. very unusual for us to get a property with this much mature timber. We happened to stumble onto this deal. We had numerous loggers calling us as soon as we had this, as soon as we gotten a hold of this property, because they'd been trying to log it for years, and we said no thanks. So that's why you see all this nice mature timber on the property. There we go. So we're parked here on the south side. As we look to the west, that's the land on the right. And then obviously as we look to the east, that'll be the land on the left side of the road. Right away you'll see the mature timber. Now someone is coming here at some point, probably in preparation for a yard or whatnot, and they've cleared out some of the smaller timber that you can see on this south side, and they've left all the big stuff. So I assume that's what the ribbons that you see in the trees, I assume that's what that is all about. Because really, if you were to come in and kind of finish what they started, this would look like a park. It would just be big timber in a beautiful open area. So as we walk to the north, I mean, look at all that timber. And it continues throughout the property. As we walk to the north, it's sloping down just gently. And I actually have been out here. We've been out here in the wintertime when the leaves are off the trees. And there's a very pretty view to the north because we're up on a high ridge here. It's pretty unusual to have a high ridge with a view that you can actually get to. But good road access to this one. Big timber all over the place. And then as you get further into the property, it slopes down more quickly. And obviously that's what gives you the view. So where we are now, I'm not sure how far, we're a couple hundred feet off the road, and it's starting to slope down more quickly into that valley area that you'll see on the topo map. Feel free to come and walk it and check it all out, obviously, if you want to do that. You can just get a little hint of the view through the trees there. If we were to do a home or cabin on this, we'd come out in the wintertime when the leaves are off the trees, figure out where the best bang for your buck was on the view, and then mark the smaller trees to cut. And then, because it's so hard to select your view in the summer when you're not really sure what you're looking at behind all the trees. But if you come out in the wintertime when the leaves are off, it's much better for that. Beautiful out here. You'll get some massive oak trees. You'll find oak, hickory, all that good stuff out here. We'll definitely do a drone video as well so you can see it from the air. It is just a really interesting property. It actually has a little bit of a glade area if you go all the way to the north. I'm not going to do that today, although it would be really fun to be able to check out this entire property. We're a little limited on time today, but like I said, bring your four-wheeler, your hiking boots, and you can check this all out. It's a good chance that there are some type of small springs on the property. When you look at the topo map, it's apparent that there very well could be. We really have not explored enough of this tract to know for sure. Now as it starts to slope down here, it looks like we've got a few sections where it levels off a little bit. So I mean, you've got numerous options for building sites and camping sites. The hunting out here, by the way, is phenomenal, the deer and the turkey. And one of the best things, in our opinion, is that you're only 30 miles out of Springfield, and it's basically 4-lane highway, a really good 4-lane highway with Highway 60 for 99% of the trip. I mean, there are a lot of people who live in this area and work in Springfield, but they really don't want to live right in town or right on the outskirts of town. So, I mean, when you're within that 30-mile zone, that's a pretty good deal. Beautiful property. I can see still just a little bit of that view. But yeah, in the wintertime, you can see across the valley and over up to the ridge on the other side. It's gorgeous, gorgeous out here. Someone's going to get a nice tract. So check us out at InstantAcres.com to see all the details. And we look forward to hearing from you.